I
How are
know.
you?
I'm so sleepy.
Me too. It feels very Monday-ish. I can't believe we said we would do live shows at 6 a.m. on a Monday.
We may need to rethink that
Possibly
because
to Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Unsure.
we may move it to that.
Yeah.
I haven't felt like a Monday in weeks now.
Yeah.
Like it hasn't felt like Monday time.
And here we
Does
are.
today.
Yeah.
Does today.
Does today. Well, why don't you intro us like a real
Oh,
show?
yeah. There's something. Hey, Brittany and Meredith. Good morning. It's Monday, April 4/20. Big day in Meredith's life.
Oh my gosh, you guys, we're going to get so high later today.
The Girls podcast, the morning show. Our second week into committing to this, and I just lost Meredith because she realizes now today is 4/20.
Yeah, I mean, show's over. Hurry up and read the commercials, and I've got shit to do now. It's happy 4/20. I should have waked and baked.
I know.
Except I had so much other stuff to do today, like real adulty things, like I don't know, make money. So I guess I shouldn't get high during the day today.
We already have some girls up with us: Lauren, Kara, Heather, Jamie. Good morning.
Oh, Keely.
Actually,
good morning, girl.
Good evening to Heather. Heather is from Australia, so it's nighttime. So we're her nighttime show.
Good evening, governor.
Oh gosh. And Keely.
Evening.
Oh, guys, it is so early. It's so early.
I slept so bad last night, and I want to tell you what happens to me. Keely's from Canada. Hey, matey. Okay, I want to tell you. Is it Canadian? I want to tell you about my night last night, and I noticed that I do this all the time, and I don't know if anyone else does this too. So we have a bulldog who snores, but obviously snoring is not exclusive to bulldogs. So I am a very light sleeper, and the dog began snoring around 1:30, and he woke me up, and instead of just moving the dog or making the dog leave, I didn't want to disturb the dog's sleep. So I laid awake until 3 a.m. thinking about how was I ever going to get back to sleep because of this fucking snoring. But like the logical answer is just to kick the dog out of the bed. But when you're so tired, you can't think of the logical answer. Has this ever happened to you before? Does your dog sleep with you?
No,
don't ever start that. Don't let your dog sleep with you. It's a dog eat dog world, and the dog ate me last night. I'm so fucking tired today.
It's so funny because you and the dog, you both snore a little bit.
Well, we are both chubby and have smushed in noses.
Yeah. So, this does not surprise
here
me.
from England, governor. Top of the morning, Haley. All right. So anyway,
I was like super tired last night, and Andy's been staying up really late playing video games. This is like,
oh my god,
the time of his life right now.
I want to fucking murder him. I don't know what their deal is. He's like up and he's talking to his friends in the goddamn headset. His friend Nick, whose wife I love and adore, and Nick and him. I don't know how she's dealing with it on her end, but they just like talk to each other through these fucking headphones all night.
I know. He's up till like 3 a.m.
Yeah.
And so he came in this morning and he was like not quiet about it.
No, it wakes you up. I think that's probably what woke me up was him coming to bed. But then I heard the dog snore and couldn't get back to sleep.
Well, I was like, could you get me some water? Like my throat was super dry. I was just like, I don't know. He goes and gets me this water, and it's dark in my room. Like it's dark time because we're all sleeping.
And it's 3 a.m.
And like it smelled so bad. Like sour milk is the only thing that I can like describe it as. And I'm like, oh my gosh, is this a clean cup? And he's like, yeah, I think so. And I'm like, well, I think that, does this smell weird to you? And I could like see him smell it. He goes, yeah, it smells like vinegar. It didn't smell like vinegar. This morning I just woke up and found the cup, and it's like got old milk in it. I was just in
You're
there
welcome.
and I was
You're
like,
welcome.
"Oh."
You know why there's milk at your house, right? Because we brought Andy
I
milk
fucking
for
hate
his
you.
birthday, so there's never milk at your house, and now there is. You're welcome for that.
It was
You
so
guys,
gross. I was in there making tea, dry heaving. I'm like, oh my God. I just drank out of
oh
this
my
last night.
God.
I
If
hate
you
you.
haven't heard before, Brittany does not allow cow milk in her
No.
house. So for Andy loves cow milk, but Brittany, she just runs his fucking ass. It's her way or the goddamn highway around that place. So
I
no
don't like
cow
it.
milk allowed until I get him some for his birthday. That's $2
Right.
ever.
Well, he's not making any friends with what happened last night. Let's just say that. So I'm really close to banning it again.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's get into some hot topics today.
Oh.
I know.
By the way,
I'm-
my snoring dog just woke up. So, it's part of the morning routine. I'm going to have to let him out in a minute.
Let
So
Bilbo out.
you tell him the hot topics, and I'm going to let the dog out real quick, okay?
Go ahead.
Okay. Or should I should probably stick around. Tell me what we're talking
Do that.
about. Oh, go let the dog. All right.
Yeah. Yeah. You know that part in Lady and the Tramp? No, not Lady and the Tramp. 101 Dalmatians, where like they're like scoping out babes at a park, and like all the dogs look like the owners. And like Bilbo and Meredith have the exact same like personality. They both snore the same way. They're like, if she could have given birth to a dog, it would have been this dog. They're identical, like in every way.
Me and the dog are identical? Yeah. We love each other. Oh no, Brittany, your microphone went off again. Yeah. All right, I got to kick her out. She's got to come back. We figured out how to get around our technical difficulty. Come back. Okay. So anyway, guys, the dog is outside. I slept like crap. While she's gone, I'm going to tell you something about what I'm thinking about right now. Oh, she's back. Can't tell you her secrets. Ha ha ha. Here she comes. Oh, there you are. Okay.
We'll find a better way, but besides be live at some point, I think.
I mean, I don't think we will. I think I like this. You just got to deal with it.
Okay, great.
I think it's your internet connection because you're country bumpkin. All right.
I know
So
it could be that.
Yeah.
So I want to start with the LA Times posted an article called "Enough with the work from home sweatpants. Dress like the adult you're being paid
fuck
to be."
that shit. No one's gonna talk
Right.
to me that way.
First of all, who do you think you are?
Yeah.
I mean, seriously, I actually always look like this. This
Yeah.
is my professional clothing.
I only put on non-soft clothes when I'm physically leaving the house. So
Right.
anytime I've worked at home, it's like party on the bottom, business on the top. If I even like am gonna see anybody on the top. Otherwise, it's just like hobo all around.
Guys.
Around hobo.
I don't even have pants on right now.
You don't?
Look, a giant underwear.
Oh my God! You showed us your puss.
Probably needs trim
What
too.
I got.
Yeah, I'm not even wearing
time.
pants. This is what
Yeah,
you get.
well, we know. Okay.
This is what you get from me. So basically, the article says that rituals good for the brain and commanding respect from your peers over Zoom is apparently, I don't know, important to us now.
Yeah, but you can look like this. This is like a soft shirt. It looks, you don't even know what I'm wearing. How do you even know?
Right. I don't know. It sounds like this guy is like not taking loss of control well in his life. And so by extension, he's writing whole news articles trying to control other people's manner of coping.
Oh, it's like every white dude right now that's out there protesting because
funny enough,
then they're
he
saying
is
weird
a
things
white
like
guy.
my body, my choice. And you're like, hello. So anyway, he's a white guy.
Oh, he is. And like his avatar, he has like a straw hat on and not even like a cowboy hat, but like he's in like an old vaudeville show. And I'm like, all right, if we're picking clothes for each other, I get to pick you next. Yeah. Because unless you're harmonizing in 3 minutes, you're overdressed, is what I'm saying.
Harmonizing in 3 minutes. You've got all
Get
the
your
jokes.
tune and whistle out, Greg. Like, that's where I am with it. I don't know. Like, I feel like we're all still in one day. We all had to learn how to work from home, school kids from home, like never see your friends again, never see your family outside of your immediate family again.
Literally had not even one day. Like we heard this at 2 in the afternoon, and the next day was 8 a.m. Like it was like hours that we had to deal with this.
If we have to like work in a sweatpants makes us feel okay doing it, then that's what we get to wear.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll probably go back to bed after this. I don't know. Like,
she does do that.
I do that.
I don't get to go back to bed. I have to go to my essential workplaces today, but at least I'm knocking it all out on Monday. And then the rest of the week, I can be straight up hobo chic. All right, what else you got, girl?
So therapists are predicting, you sit down for this news. Therapists are predicting a rise in post-corona divorces.
Not shocked. I mean, if this motherfucker keeps coming to bed at 1:30 and waking my snoring dog up and me, then, I'm going to be tired enough to want a divorce.
Right. Basically, they're saying there's no place to escape or blow off steam. You're just all stuck there like forever together. They're saying there's going to be a lot of resentment, which honestly, if I were to like pick one thing that has us at each, like kind of nipping at each other right now, it's resentment. I think they say like one person taking quarantine more seriously, uneven household responsibilities, just picking fights out of sheer boredom.
I guess I'm blessed in the sense that Sean is taking quarantine as seriously as I'm taking the quarantine. Mm-hmm. So otherwise we would be having fucking problems. Because I'll tell you, my number one thing, Heather just said in the comments that the U.S. is fucked if they don't remove their heads from their asses. The number one thing that is pissing me off right now as someone who's severely asthmatic is that no one's taking this shit seriously here. Nobody. And so if he wasn't, I think we would just fight non-fucking stop.
I think that
I take legitimately scared that I'll get it.
I think I'm the first one in our marriage to take things seriously, like anything. Like I'm the first tier of it, and he comes usually second. He was definitely late to the taking it serious game compared to me, for example.
Keep talking. I gotta let the dog in. I can hear you though.
Okay. I also felt like I was early to it in terms of like, even just within our school system. So like, I would ask questions like, okay, but if we're not going to school anymore, does anybody have any plans for how we're going to like learn stuff? And people were kind of like, oh, we'll keep going to school. I don't know what you're talking about. Like, I felt like Chicken Little.
Right.
When in fact, like I was right,
Yeah.
I mean, like, I'm like, hey, maybe we should Meredith, how early did I start like voicing concerns about this Washington, D.C. trip?
I know you talked about it on the wine trip, which was before anything.
Yeah.
I did not think this was going to be a thing in February when we were on our wine trip.
Right.
But you and Megan, I believe, had a conversation and said it was going to be a thing. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm like, man, we paid thousands of dollars towards a school trip. I'm going to email the teacher. Everybody's like, no, that's ridiculous. This is going to blow over. This will be fine. Like, don't worry about it. And so when all of this happened in a day, which is kind of how, if you weren't watching daily press conferences, if you were only like getting the news that actually happened as it was happening, people essentially were told in a day that they couldn't leave their houses anymore. Majority of those people at school, and even the school, was like, what? And I'm thinking, how did you not see this coming? We've been out of toilet paper in this country for like 2 weeks. The toilet paper people knew it was coming.
The toilet paper people did know that it was coming.
Yeah. Like, it wasn't just like a game. I mean, you can't buy toilet paper. We haven't been able to for weeks, but you just thought we'd still be going to school and everything would be fine. Right. I don't know. Seems kind of fucked up. So the Malaysian government, by the way, has put out an advisory to the women in the country.
Oh, what does it say?
Advising them not to nag their husbands during lockdown, to not be sarcastic and asking men to do household chores, and to try and dress up and wear makeup every day.
Yesterday, I had to record. I taught a class yesterday afternoon, so I put on makeup. And Sean said, oh, makeup on a weekend? Like it was like the stunning.
Are we going to the opera?
The restaurants aren't even open, darling. Why do you have on the makeup? Oh, I mean, what the fuck? I just give them a blowy every once in a while, let them put it in my butt, and then I'm like, cool, we're cool, right? And so then I can just be a bitch every other day because I was so nice for those 20 minutes of time. That's
it's even hitting Andy. I always talk about how Andy always wears like socks and shoes like in the house, which I hate. He wears socks constantly, but he always wears jeans. Like, and so even before this was going on, he put jeans on and I'd be like, where are we going?
Yeah.
And he's like, nowhere. I'm just getting dressed for the day. Like as a sign of, I don't know, self-respect or something. It never made sense to me. I just put on different pajamas during the weekend. And so, but now he's like in sweatpants every day. He's just like giving up on life.
Now I'm going to tell you, I have a thing for a dude in some sweats.
Gray sweatpants.
Same. Sean has a few pairs and he's been wearing them. And now that I think about it, maybe that's why I've been pandemic horny, because it's like male lingerie for me. The swishy shorts and like the sweatpants. And I'm like, let's get this thing going.
Because with the gray ones, you can see just like
a little ball hugging
outline.
Like the pecker.
Like a treat. Yeah. All right. Speaking of sex that you're having, by the way, breaking news, there's no G-spot.
That's a fucking bullshit lie, and you know it.
Yeah, actually, Beverly Whipple, the doctor who coined the term like in the 80s, was like, this all has gotten incredibly out of hand. Like, she's like, yeah. She's like,
are you the friend of mine who can't have an orgasm on the inside? Is that you?
Yeah.
Well, there's a G-spot, and Andy's just missing it.
No, there's not.
I can have it on the inside. That's how I know Sean's better at sex than Andy.
You can definitely have it on the inside, but because you weren't like the mold for which all vaginas were made.
Oh, I'm 100% sure I am.
All of us are different. She basically said her point was that some women have a spot inside that is like has a lot of nerves and makes them climax really hard. Not all women, and there's certainly not some bean-like sex spot that people are going to be able to find. I'm telling you,
Sean's told me that it feels differently in that spot.
I don't know,
walnut or something.
Did you? Okay, so I think somebody shared this in the girl community the other day. They said that the inside of your mouth is like your cheek lining is the same skin as your inside of your vagina.
Oh my God.
Mm-hmm. I know, we're all feeling it right now.
It is. It is.
Yeah.
What are the chances? I guess God would use the same materials. Like, oh, here's this and here's that.
It's economical. And also, maybe I like in my mouth.
He already had to pick so many new materials for all the other things. Or she. I think God's a woman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. There's no G-spot though. So all those toys that you're buying.
Huh. Although, okay, I should bring it. I'll bring it tomorrow morning. I'm going to bring you guys the $30 Amazon toy and show it to you.
Did you like it?
No, it was fucking garbage, but it's funny. So it was supposed to do so many things, but it's too much. And I know you might like it because you like too much because you like that Hitachi one thing, which is just ridiculous.
Yeah, it's got to make my teeth rattle. But by the way, Pornhub was like, we could talk about way too much that we should probably sell advertising to them.
Do you guys like how much sex we're talking about at 6 a.m.? You're all welcome.
I know. We have a lot of late listeners. We have like Rebecca's in New Zealand. We have a ton of like nighttime listeners. Yeah. So this is nighttime for them. But Pornhub, by the way, Scrub Hub. Have you seen it?
No.
Just people washing their hands. It is, and like squirting, like
sexy,
squirting, like hand sanitizer.
Yeah,
like rubbing it around.
Is it? I
know there was a market for this.
Because you follow all these porn stars. Is that how you're on the edge of this? Like, you're on the fringes of Pornhub at all times.
I always am. I don't know why.
Yeah.
I'm in the porn industry adjacent.
Porn adjacent. Well, there's a way
Yeah.
you could make a buck right now.
I know. I need more webcams, but I just have spotty internet, but you could do it.
No.
You could do it. Okay. So I want to talk today about, I hate this term. Like, I hate it. It's a work-life balance.
Oh, yeah. I tried for years to chase after that term, and I've fully decided it does not exist. The limit.
So I'm going to offer you an
exist.
alternative.
Okay.
And it's called work-life curation. And first of all, I was like, that is some goop level bullshit right there. Like, the word curate, that's like an early 2000 blogger word that we all used. And it's like,
yeah.
But I was reading the article, and actually I kind of like it, because we've all seen like memes going around basically saying like, it's all right that you're not doing anything right now. Like, it's fine.
I mean, okay.
Yeah, like everybody's like, I'm gonna learn a skill, like I'm gonna learn a different language, I'm gonna get caught up on all these things. And some people are just
my husband keeps trying to show me this meme, and I'm like, we're still working, motherfucker. Get to work. Like,
yeah. And I think working is fine, but like, you don't need to do anything extra right now just because you're home.
Yeah, I feel like, as if we do.
Home, you don't need to like tackle those projects that like you've always been meaning to tackle if only you had time. But now that you have time, I don't know, you just don't do them. Okay. So when I first heard this word, like, it kind of pissed me off. And this article has been sitting in our show notes for a while, and I haven't wanted to read it because I just thought it was dumb. But then I did actually read it. So, because the thing is, like, I cannot mentally, like honestly, mentally withstand comparing my life to other people's right now. Like, it will destroy me. Like, it will not be a good place for me. Homeschooling going poorly. We're doing homework till 9 o'clock at night most nights, which is weird. Dude, because normal school doesn't go till 9 o'clock last night. And so
that's unfair.
That's not going well. I'm like creatively like impotent. Like, I am not creating anything. I'm not writing anything.
What are you talking about? You're making me get up at fucking 6 a.m. So you got to eliminate like that self-talk in your head, because you drug me into the creation with you. And here we are. Good morning, everybody. So,
but like, in terms of like writing stuff or whatever, and like also a lot of what we do is together in person, and we're not together in person right now. So it's really, we can't, cooking shows are in delays, like stuff like that. My normal outlets have all changed. And so we have families, we have mental illnesses, we have partners who need stuff from us, we have pets, we have lives. And our home is usually where we tackle all those things. Like, that's usually like our spot to do all that shit, because like I have to go to work, but then I get to come home and deal with all that other important shit to me. And now the line's really blurry, because work is happening at home and school's happening at home, where all my safety shit is happening. And so it's like really confusing, and it's hard to handle all of it, which is where this like phrase work-life curation comes into place. So it walks you through it. So first, what you need to do is you need to make a list of all the shit you're just going to give up on being good at right now.
House cleaning.
Right. Like,
our friend Pam said that she realized that she was keeping a clean house for people to come over, and now she's kind of like, oh. And I started noticing around my house, I was like, oh, I think I'm doing the same thing. Like, it's nice when it's clean, but like, do I care if the kids are working on a science project all over the counter for a whole week? I don't fucking care. Which normally would have bothered me. Yeah.
Andy has been selling weird shit like on Facebook Marketplace. Like, we had an old power sprayer, like a TV, stuff like that. And like, the people ring the doorbell, and I'm like, oh, Andy, the living room's a mess. He's like, they're not coming in here.
No.
I'm like grabbing the money. The stuff's been sitting in the driveway. I put it out for them when they texted they were coming. I just am taking money from them. I'm not. And I was like, oh, that's right, because nobody comes in here anymore.
It's kind of nice just living in your own filth.
Yeah. So I made a list of things that I was giving up for like each aspect of my life. So the shit that I was just going to not be good at right now. So parenting, my parenting stuff.
Fuck it. My kids are watching so much things on screen for so much more time than is socially acceptable. I mean, all day. They get
Mhm.
out of homeschool and we are playing video games. They're staying up too late. I don't care.
Oh my gosh, we're staying up super late.
Yes, last night it was 11. I mean, normally I
Oh,
would have been
we're
like,
like, yeah, we're like
guys,
1
it's
a.m. We're like,
9:30.
oh,
Oh,
we
you're
were
1
watching a
a.m.er.
movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were really late. Regular showers and pristine teeth brushing.
No, I mean, the other day I looked at Lila and I was like, "What? Why do you look like this?" And I realized it's just because it's been a week since I told her to take a shower, and she's not going to take that initiative. She's never going to
No,
take it. No.
no. Even like a couple days ago, I was like, has Wyatt come down and brushed his teeth? And Andy's like, I don't know. Is he here? We haven't seen him like since
Just in his
all
room.
day.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what they're doing up there.
Yeah, and Lars, I'm just allowing him to like live in his room like it's his own little private apartment up there or something, which is ridiculous. Our teenager never talks to the family anymore, which normally
Aw.
would have been a battle, but now I'm just like over it. I don't care. Fine. Live on your own upstairs. See if I care. Yeah.
Yeah. Shaving off the weird teen mustaches. I used to be really on that. And now I'm just like, let it grow.
Lars is letting his grow out.
Is he? It's going to be like a little.
He looks like vote
He's
for
going to be a
Pedro.
13-year-old with a handlebar mustache.
No,
soon.
I
Well.
made them all watch Napoleon Dynamite because that's who he looks like to me. Vote for Pedro. Yeah.
Clean clothes, eating before 8 p.m. Dude, we've been eating so late. Have you been eating late?
Yes. Well, because I can't figure out the time. So
right.
yeah, I mean,
feel like we get up.
might have a breakfast at 11 a.m. and then
Yeah.
lunch is happening at like 2 something, and then
We're just like functioning between meals.
oh, that's what my only thing I look forward to now. What are we going to eat today?
Yeah.
So I'm like, here's this extravagant thing, followed by this extravagant thing. It's like,
I know the boys are like, what's for dinner? I'm like, what time is it? And they're like 6. I'm like, didn't we just eat lunch? And they're like, well, you got up at noon. So
yeah.
It's not going great. And picking up any new skills. I really thought my kids were going to pick up new skills while being home, but we're not picking up any new skills. Marriage. We aren't going to bed at the same time anymore. We just talked about that. Totally different. And
I don't care.
And sex. It's not a high priority for me.
Well, because he's got the gray sweatpants on, I'm here for it. I'm here for the sex.
Like general self upkeep, not shaving, not doing my hair. This is like
I got a glimpse of my armpit hair
yesterday, so
yeah,
that's what this looks like. And drinking water. I was trying to get really good at that. Now I'm like, fuck it. I'm only drinking pop. So
you
nothing
never
healthy.
drink water anyway. I drink water all day long, but a lot of times it's just because that's what we've got: water, tea, or milk. We don't have pop in our house.
I try to get sparkling waters. Like I drink a lot of LaCroix and stuff, but it's been sold out everywhere because apparently everybody else is trying to be healthy all of a sudden. So
no, they're not trying to be healthy, sis. It's because they're mixing it with Tito's. We're all fucking wasted. We keep buying LaCroix to mix with Tito's. It's alcoholism. That's what that is.
Work. I'm no longer stressing over the deadlines I place on myself. I used to be like really strict about that. And now I'm like, And I'm also not working hours I mentally cannot handle. So I won't work after 1 a.m. anymore. Usually like I'll do some work. Now I'm like too stupid by 1 a.m. I'm like, nothing that comes out of me at that point is worth sharing.
Wow.
Yeah. Okay. And here's the fun part about this. So I just gave you this whole list of shit that I wasn't going to like keep up on. And the funny part is I'm going to notice, but nobody else is going to notice these things that I'm no longer prioritizing.
Yeah, that
should be a wake-up call to you right there. Like that nobody cares.
Yeah.
Like it's only you to begin with, like even under normal circumstances. Okay.
Yeah.
And then you learn to settle for good enough. And when you learn how to settle for like good enough, it frees up so much time. Like to focus on the shit that you actually want to focus on.
She goes, it frees up so much time. Well, that's what we were missing right now. Time.
I know. I mean, I spent so much time trying to make something nice when it was just like, I don't know, fine. And I wasted so many hours. Like,
yeah,
I don't know. It's hard to explain.
I feel like I have too much time. So I am spending time filling time. So I've been learning to cook. Right now I'm trying to get my yard to look nice. We got a bird feeder. I've spent a lot of time this weekend trying to lure the birds to the bird feeder by sprinkling bird seed around the yard, hoping they will discover it. So far, no birds. If anyone has any tips on how to get birds to your bird feeder, I'm here for it. This is who I am now. Bird watcher.
Okay, Working Mother Magazine outlines how to fix this, okay? So step 1, get clear on what really matters now and pour all your energy towards only that. So if I were to ask you, Meredith, what are the 3 most important things right now? Like, what are the 3 most important things?
Birds know where the bird feeder is.
Right.
Number 1.
Right.
Number 2, we don't eat microwave pizza rolls for every meal. So I've had to learn how to cook things. That's probably the real reason why. And number 3, we do have to somehow figure out how to make some money around this joint. That's probably the most important thing. But yeah.
Yeah.
Everything else, fuck it.
Right. So like do nothing else besides focus on those 3 things.
That's really what I've been doing though. Birds, food, working. That's it.
Mine are just trying to, and like we have a text string with some friends, like in general, just trying to feel safe would be good. Cause like you went to the store the other day. And you were like totally covered. And you talked about how nervous it made you, like how scary it felt going to the store, kind of like in open water like that.
Well, my therapist says that what you should do to feel totally safe is to tell yourself the whole time, I'm doing everything I can to protect the safety of my family right now. So that's what I've been telling myself inside the store. I'm not touching my fucking face. I am being very careful about cross-contamination. I'm wiping off my groceries and disinfecting them when I come home. And really, other than that, I've tried my fucking best, right? There's nothing else I can do.
Okay.
Nothing else I can do.
Feeling safe is number 1 for me.
Mm-hmm.
Dealing with depression, which is an issue for me right now, is number 2. And 3, reminding myself that like, I'm going to look back at this time and really like that I get to hang out with just my family. Like, I know that this sucks,
the most important thing.
But like, I'm a look aheader. You know what I mean? Like, I'm always like months ahead. So like trying to just be in the place I'm in right now has been a real big struggle for me. Because I'm like, when this changes, what's this gonna look like? Like, what are we gonna do? Like, and before I know it, I'm like gonna be thinking my kids through college. And that's not where I want to be. I want to remember this time where we're all forced to be together and like we're our only friends.
It is true because you weren't just only friends with your kids until this moment. So
I know.
It's like, other than the one that I've written off upstairs to his own private apartment, the rest of them, we're having a great time down here. Carrie, our bestie for the restie, just chimed in and she said her 3 most important things are food, and wine. I agree.
My food budget is huge.
Well, think of all the money you're saving. I say that, and then I've got like so much shit that I keep. I have a shopping problem right now. A shopping fucking problem. Online shopping problem.
Like food online or stuff?
Everything, because you can order everything online. And Whole Foods is who delivers to my house from online grocery. I had to physically go to the grocery store the other day because Whole Foods is so ridiculously priced. But I can spend hours just looking at Whole Foods on Amazon and deciding what I'm going to spend $400 on for 5 items today. Yeah.
Yeah.
I just love it. It like fills my soul to fill my shopping cart online. I bought a bird feeder. Didn't need that shit. Bought it anyway. Yeah.
And it also says to take time to sort of think about how your life will change after the pandemic. So it's not like such a huge shock to your system. I don't think we're not going to go back to the way we were. Like, what the hell do you think that's going to look like?
I need you to stop talking like that, because for me, the only way I'm getting through this mentally is to think just, maybe another month or 2 until we go back to the way things were.
So we are, I had a trip planned for next month. Me and Jude were going out of town, and we keep bumping our tickets because they were such a good deal. So we're kind of just bumping them instead of canceling them. And he's like, when are we going to use them? I'm like, I, I don't know. When are people going to be able to go on vacation again? Like,
Okay,
what?
I keep thinking about when are people going to go on vacation again constantly. We are Blue Green Vacation Club members. So that means there's like little resorts and we use points and we can go all over. And every day I look at that fucking website and I think, should I book a trip to a condo in this place? And then I'm like, no, because I don't know. What if I book a trip to a condo somewhere in September, which would normally, like, we pay for this fucking shit every year and we're not even using it, right?
Right.
So, I hate it.
I'm currently I'm driving a corporate lease through my husband's work and it's up. And so I didn't think that during a pandemic I'd be trying to buy a car over the internet, but that's what I've been doing for a week now, is trying to buy a car over the internet. And
which is surprisingly easy, people. You
actually,
can buy
it's
everything.
pleasant as hell, I'll tell you.
It's actually, I prefer, people are discovering this now. So I haven't test drove a car that I've bought in years. I'm just like, oh, what is this car? Great, I'll take it. And then I just like come in and drive away. And I think that people are discovering like that's the easiest and best way. Like you can negotiate everything online and over the phone and through emails and just be fucking done with it. Go pick up your keys and drive away.
Car dealership.
Yeah. Yeah, if you're in Michigan right now, you're not allowed to test drive the cars. The only way you can do it is sight unseen and drive away. But I mean, really, most cars that are newer, 2015 or newer, are not going to have fucking issues. Don't worry about it. You can just take your keys and go because cars are built better now. But yeah.
Yep. Right. So that's what I'm doing. It's so crazy. Technically today I'm supposed to go and just show up just to sign like just put my name on something.
Yeah, and they give you the keys and you leave. And they don't want you in there. Yeah.
No.
Because they don't want you in car dealerships. Because you've been sick, so they don't want your ass in there. But you're not the only one in our area. Like I even had a conversation with Brittany. I went through this tremendous guilt phase where I was like, am I the silent carrier who got you sick? And then I laid with this guilt for days and days and days about I could be because I saw her. I was one of the last people to see her before she got really sick. So then I was like, oh my God, should I even go to the grocery store? Because what if it's me just shedding my silent COVID everywhere and I don't even know I'm sick? But this is the reality. Like they don't want people in there because people don't even have symptoms and they're sick with this stuff. You know what I mean? Yeah. So they don't want you in there.
Yeah.
So
now
it's
we have
their protection. Friend. I mean, we act like it's for the we act like it's for the customer protection, but at the end of the day, it's for their employees' protection to keep people out.
I mean, if they have to be there, which they do, they should be able to be completely safe. We have another really, really, really good friend of us that's in our immediate contact, like physical contact group, who now is presuming positive.
Right. She was one of the last people that I saw. I saw you and her on March 17th, St. Patrick's Day. And so, of course, I'm like, am I the common thread here? Am I the one who is a carrier of this COVID and showing zero symptoms and getting everybody sick? So that's why people don't want you in their stores. There was some article going around about, it came out this weekend and it's, I think CNN wrote it, but it was about, is it time for grocery stores to start doing all strictly curbside pickup for this reason? It's not because of you. It's because they're trying to protect their employees from the people who are silent carriers or whatever it's called. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, our farmers markets in this area, which are a big deal, have now, so they're open, but they are all the vendors, you can buy from them online and they basically just bring it out to you, which takes away from like
the fun of a farmer's market.
But even in those situations, and I do wish we were done going to stores. They're open right now.
Are they selling like plants for like your garden?
Yeah. So if you go to the Toledo farm, which is the largest one kind of in our area, if you go to the Toledo's farmers market, a lot of you can order from individual vendors online there.
Right.
So yeah, plants, everything, which is great. But at the same time, I do wish people couldn't go in stores. I do. Like I've had to go in a store 2 times in the last 2 weeks, and both times it was like a panic attack. And I went in there for a purpose. There's plenty of people who were not in there for a purpose. There were people
Just
pushing baby strollers around. Nobody had a mask on. Like, I'm like, okay, here's the thing. I could sit here and tell you why I'm worried that your baby's going to get sick, but I'm also worried that your baby's going to get me sick, that your baby's going to get the cashier sick, that your baby's going to get anybody else in the store sick. Like, it's not just your safety that you need to try to think about. It's that you could be, like you said, shedding this
and
everywhere
not even know
and
it.
not know. So I do think I wish that the stores in our area would close down solely so they could focus on the curbside and delivery, because I don't know how it is for you, but I think like picking up like at our grocery store in our area, it's like days, if not a week out at this point.
The problem with scheduling grocery store pickup in Toledo, Ohio right now, and it could be exclusive to Toledo or not, I'm not sure. Hold on, I gotta sneeze. Okay. Oh, sorry. The problem with picking up groceries in Toledo, Ohio is that you put your grocery order in for the next week because it takes about 5 or 6 days to get in line. And then they're canceling your order on that day. So you've waited 5 or 6 days and hours before you're supposed to be there to pick it up curbside or have it delivered. They're canceling it. The only one that's really reliable right now is Whole Foods through Amazon, which costs $1 billion to shop at. And so, I mean, a gallon of milk is $5.99 at Whole Foods. It's fucking ridiculous. So after a few weeks of ordering,
when you placed the order a week ago,
right?
They had ground beef and toilet paper and paper plates and anything that you needed, but now a week later, none of those things are in the store that day. So when you do get an order, it's like 5 boxes of non-perishables, and that's it. That's all that remains of your order.
Yeah. So Angela said she went to Lowe's yesterday in Crown Point, Indiana to get some painting supplies because they're painting their house. And she said that it was packed and there were entire families in there. And why are parents taking their kids to the store? Okay, so I saw this viral post and it was a mom and a 5-year-old little girl. And she pinned a note on the 5-year-old little girl's back that said, "I have no choice but to bring my child because I'm a single mother and you better stay the fuck back 6 feet from my kid," and like pinned it to her daughter's back and then put her daughter in the cart seat so she couldn't go anywhere. And so that I completely understand. But when I see families out there and it's like the mom, the dad, all the little kids, like you just really are not taking this seriously.
No.
You're not even supposed to. Sean and I don't even go to the store together because why would we have 2 of us in the same store? That's just more space that we're taking up.
Same. Like if I pick up a car today, I'll be going by myself. That's never happened. I've never bought in a car completely by myself before either, but I'm just going to go alone, like without him. And that's a really even a weird thing. I'll tell you, I went to Menards the other day. Our toilet was leaking and I had to go get a new hose thingy. I don't know what it's called. So anyways, I went to go get it. And by the way, Menards, if you have one near you, had a huge amount of cleaning supplies, groceries, household supplies. Like I kind of forgot they had that shit there. So they have a ton of groceries there, even like cold things like milk and butter and stuff. Like nobody was buying any of it. I got so many Chi-Chi's chips. Like Andy was like, "What?" I thought you were for a toilet hose. And I'm like, Chi-Chi's chips. So anyways, while I was walking in, there's a huge sign at the entryway that says, "You cannot come in if you are under 16 and we will check your IDs." And as I was walking up, there was a dad with like, I don't know, 4 or 5-year-old kid. And in my head, I'm like, I'm pretty sure this kid is not going to be allowed in the store. And we get to that sign and he reads it and he was so pissed. But I'm like,
Don't fucking bring your kid in
Don't
here,
bring
man.
your kid, man. I don't know. He was like, God, and like walks away. And it's like, you can pick up here. You can order and just do curbside for any of your building needs at Menards. But he was
Oh, well,
pissed.
that's good to know. I might
Oh,
need some
yeah.
birdhouse stuff. I do think that the future for us does look like a lot more delivery and curbside pickup.
Everybody
Which
was
is fine.
bitching about self-checkout and the pickup stuff. When we only got Kroger pickup the last, you've watched this unfold in our community group, Meredith, the last year, they were furious when it came. They're like, it's taking up all these spots.
Oh,
All
yeah,
these
that's
handicap
right.
spots.
And
They
they
just
were
moved
like,
the handicap
oh,
spots
what about the
literally closer
job?
to the door. Nobody's going to use it. Listen, self-checkout is, everybody's going to be losing jobs. Dude, they're like, seriously busting like out. They need more employees. Like Kroger is hiring, like, to be able to have personal shoppers in there to fill these orders. They need people.
I will say Kroger's a fucking disaster.
Oh, I
had
hate
to
it.
go in there once and never again. They're not doing anything to keep people social distance there. They don't give a fuck. Like everyone's on top of each other. And I'm just like, no more Kroger.
That is true.
So.
My mom went to Walmart the other day and like they're letting you in one by one and they keep like a iPad that they're like counting.
Right. At least they're trying to limit things. Kroger does like, I don't fucking care. Let them all get sick. Bring them in.
I feel bad for every single worker in there. And they still seem to have a large amount of like younger people working right now. Which scares me a little bit, but yeah, like I feel bad for the workers. Okay. So you shared this article with me. It's from Teen Vogue, which is our favorite magazine as 38 and 40-year-old women.
I love it.
I know. And it was,
the writers are so good for Teen Vogue.
They are. They were really kind of like the first on the scene for like handling Donald Trump in a way he needed to be handled.
Oh.
And so
don't even get me started on that guy.
Like I would read regular Vogue, never. However, I will tell you, I did see a photo of Anna Wintour. She was doing a Zoom call and she had like this like gorgeous like sweater on and her like glasses. And she had like Adidas pants on the bottom half of her. And it was like the funniest thing ever. Anyways, it was 71 good questions to ask your best friend. I'm not going to ask you 71 questions, but I figured I would pick 10.
Base it out, man. We got a lot of time. We can break this up. We got every morning this week.
All right, almost. Yeah. So I figured I would ask you the first 10 and see how you do. Okay.
Okay.
Question number 1. What embarrasses you the most or has been your most embarrassing moment?
Oh, fucking simple. Going viral on the internet screaming "fuck you Nazis" was my most embarrassing moment. But seriously, you guys, fuck these Nazis. Like they're all back out there again right now. All these guys, all of them.
Yes. Okay.
The Nazis are literally wearing swastikas or whatever they're called in public right now and waving Confederate flags. So you see my anger
in Michigan, which
it's in Ohio.
It's almost Canada.
Ohio.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like my anger was not misplaced.
Get more north. So this Southern heritage argument I keep hearing is so weird.
No, it's not. These guys like Confederate flags, not because they care about the South. It's because they fucking know that it's racist as fuck, and that's why they're waving it.
Yeah. I am so incredibly disgusted by this. And I'm also sort of living in fear for like our governors or anybody to sort of start like giving into that pressure a little bit. I don't want them to open things back up before it needs to be done.
To see what our Republican governor does here.
I know. And he's he's been involved in Ohio politics for decades.
Who?
DeWine.
Oh, he's a lifelong politician.
Oh, yeah. And so now he's our governor. And I know it's weird. We've been saying for a while now, we're very proud of the way Ohio has been handling this. A lot of it due to our health administrator, Amy Acton, our director of health. Like, it's been wonderful how this has been handled. But I always live in fear that like that Trump leash will tighten at some point and he'll be like, oh, well, we're going to start just open. I mean, it's going to be here. So we might as well open stuff up. And
Well, Trump
Nothing.
already seems to be not caring about what Dr. Fauci says. So it's just a matter of time, I think, in my opinion. Like, we all have wine with DeWine and think it's so cute every day at 2:00. But I mean, he's still the same old dude, right? Like, you can't get a fucking abortion in Ohio right now because he was quick to shut that shit down. So whatever.
Right. I mean, we're very happy with how this has been handled thus far, this specific thing. But this is a man who's done really horrible things to our education systems in Ohio, to women's rights in Ohio. Like, those things are all still very true.
Yeah.
So, like, I don't
It'll be
know.
interesting.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. But yeah, okay. So that might have been it definitely was a life-changing moment for you.
Oh, it was humiliating. What was your and it happened so publicly. I mean, I can't even register, like, after that happened, like, what else is there? I can survive anything. What's your most embarrassing
That's
moment?
true. Honestly, I don't know. I do wish I could have do-overs on just some of the public parts of my life over the decade or so I've been working in here. Like, just stuff even that I've shared. Like, I'll go back and read it and I'm like, ugh.
When your Facebook memories come up sometime, are you like, why did I think that was funny?
Dude,
20 likes.
so many times. So many times. Yeah, 20 likes. Okay. 2, who do you look up to the most and what qualities do you love about that person?
Oh, I look up to my mother the most. And I love her because she's a fucking badass trailblazing woman who taught me how to be a feminist, I would say. But she's also still very motherly and kind and gentle. And so even though she's badass, you wouldn't know it because she's so caring and sweet.
That's a good one.
Mm-hmm. Who
That's
do
a good
you
one.
look up to?
I look up to my mom, but I also am like I love, like, I'm a big follower of like comedians and stuff too. So I'm just like my huge Gilda Radner fan, huge Adie Bryant fan. Like, those are the women that I'm always like wanting to emulate in my everyday life. So I would say them.
Yeah. I don't know celebrity names.
Okay. All right. What would your perfect day be? Like, quarantine aside, what do you wish you could be doing right now?
I would be sitting my ass on a beach in Aruba, drinking something out of a fucking coconut, looking at fish through my goggles and snorkeling.
Yeah.
That was the perfect day of my life. What about you?
I would just like be able to like go to Target and then
You went though, right?
I had to go pick up a gift. Yeah. And it took for freaking ever. And then get some sushi.
Yeah.
Go to a movie. I don't know when I'm going to feel comfortable going to a movie theater again.
I don't think those are going to be things anymore. I think that's going to lose in the fallout.
There's a movie theater that's a couple towns over from us, and a couple times a week you can go and get popcorn for like $1 or candy for like $1.
Aw.
Which is kind of just a sweet thing. I don't know that they're doing. You can go and pick it up and bring it home and watch your own movies, I guess. It's cute. 4, what's your biggest fear?
My biggest fear are tampons and tornadoes. What's your biggest fear? I don't want either of those fucking things. No tampon, nor tornado.
There was this movie, and I want to make sure I'm getting the name of it right. Is it like Big Fish? Is that the movie?
Yeah, it was very good.
I watched it one time, and ever since then, I've been terrified to die on the toilet. Like, it is like my biggest fear. Like, I won't even like push like irrationally hard because I'm afraid I'll get like an aneurysm or like cardiac arrest and I'll just be dead on the toilet. And I won't ever lock the bathroom door like when I'm going to the bathroom in my own house in case they need to find my body.
Yeah.
It's like a real
currently my biggest fear is that I'm actually not a asymptomatic carrier and that I actually do get COVID because I'll fucking die. So yeah, that's currently my biggest fear.
Yeah.
But yeah.
How do you like to be comforted when you're sad or upset?
Oh, I just want you to leave me the fuck alone.
Yeah.
How do you like to be comforted?
The same way. I don't want to be fussed over too much.
Don't touch me.
Emotions I don't like emotions, like it make me sad.
Yeah.
So I don't want to feel sadder. So I'm just like, give me a minute. And then what's your favorite thing that you own and why?
My favorite thing I own and why? I like my camera. It's fancy. It works well. It gets the job done. It makes me money. So maybe my camera? I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't have
I
like
mean,
I don't have like extravagant jewelry, or I have like a wedding ring is like my most expensive piece of jewelry. I don't know.
I
I don't really
know.
have that much extravagant stuff.
Yeah, I would probably say it's just my vibrator.
Oh yeah, pussy thermometer too. That's what I like.
Yeah.
What's it called?
The
Satisfier Pro 2.
Satisfyer Pro 2.
Satisfier Pro 2. Everyone needs one. From 0 to 60 in 2 seconds, done.
There you
Perfect
go.
for the busy working woman. Or
Perfect.
someone who's homeschooling kids and only has 2 seconds.
2 seconds. Exactly. I'll do it like before I'm getting in the shower. I'm like, I'm going to get in the shower. And then like, I'm like 5 minutes, then I'll get in the shower.
Yeah.
Gets it done quick. Okay. So that's it for this morning for us.
Okay, good.
We have to go do other things, I guess, now.
Well, Brittany's got to go to bed. I'm going to go to work. And we hope that you guys have a good day and either go back to bed or go to work or whatever. Homeschool your kids. Have a good time.
However it works. I hope that it's safe. Whatever your day looks like, I hope that it's safe. You can join us again tomorrow morning at 6-ish. This has been a Girls Media production. You can find us online at girlsmedia.com. This show will be live on our podcast feed as per normal. Every single one of our shows will go there. And also, if you haven't, follow us on Instagram and Facebook. Obviously, Facebook is how you're watching this. And our music today, as always, is by Breakmaster Cylinder.
Goodbye, bitches.